Hello there, grumpy old fart here. Good cup of coffee right there. I do family game night videos because I believe that families need to communicate more. We don't communicate enough. And what better way to communicate than over a tabletop role playing game? No cell phones, computers, tablets. You're sitting around with your family and your friends playing a game, having fun. And what better type of game than what forces interaction? Tabletop role playing. Okay? Just family, friends, and fun. I started playing Dungeons and Dragons back in 1976, and I started running it in about 79 or 80. Usually, players run in these games. It's a team. For those of you who don't know, it's a team game. You have a character that's your playing piece in the game, and everybody has a different character, and they all work together to achieve a goal. Usually, players run into a group of monsters like orcs or goblins. If you're a fan of Lord of the Rings, the Uruk-hai, wolves, whatever monster the dungeon master throws at you, or they run into a big bad critter like a dragon or a dinosaur or whatever, some big bad wizard or something, but a singular big bad guy. What they rarely expect, however, is a swarm of deadly opponents small enough to approach unnoticed, crawl all over your armor, and get inside and attack the actual player. Or fly in to attack in waves. One of the best monsters you can run against a group of players of any level are insects, like ants, bees. They have a critter in Dungeons and Dragons called a sturge. It's like a big mosquito. Yeah, drains your blood. Yeah. All kinds of larval stuff and snakes and all kinds of stuff. Small groups of player characters simply do not have enough attacks, physical attacks, to take out enough of them to matter. If you have 1,000 wasps that are poisonous that will kill you if they bite you, there's no group of players that can stand against that. Very, very rarely can they. Their best chance is to... wizards and clerics can use what are called area of effect weapons, like spells, like a fireball or a cloud kill or something like that, where it hits the whole area, and then of course they can fend off the rest, that kind of thing. But if they do that, now the wizards and clerics don't have those big bad spells for later on. You see what I'm saying? It deprives them of something that they can use later, unless of course they sit in camp after that and rest and recoup their spells for the next day. But the point is, these little flying waves of insects can be, oh my god, ridiculously awful for players. And I've run lots of games over the years, and one of the worst things you can do is send in a plague of bees or wasps or sturges, for that matter, because you keep sending them in waves like that, and there's no way any fighter type can stop them, or even a group of fighters. There's no way. They have to somehow get to a place where those insects can't get them. And people say, well, jump in the water. Well, that's all well and good, but you have to come up for air, And if you have a tube, they can get in the tube. My contention is, it's just better to avoid them. Avoid these things if you're a player. If you're a dungeon master, be careful on how you use these things, because they can be very, very lethal for your group. At one point in one game years ago, we had 6 8th level characters, and they ran into a swarm of giant, I want to say they were bees. Might have been sturges. Might have been ants. Might have been a mixture. The point being, they did not have a spellcaster with them, and they could not escape. All 6 of these characters died. They were 8th level characters. An 8th level character has 8 hit dice. Okay? These creatures that were attacking them only had 1 hit die, but there was a lot of them. All 6 of these characters were killed by monsters with less than 8 hit points. And it was traumatic. I had a total party kill and what's called a TPK. And I don't like to do that to players, but these guys, they didn't plan ahead. They knew that these things were in the area. They didn't make any contingency plans. They had no defenses for it, and they died. Most players make their characters as badass as possible, but what they have the mindset of being able to kill big bad critters. You know, a wizard, a dragon, a dinosaur, something like that, something big. Sometimes it's the tiny terrors that do the most damage. You folks have a good day. God bless one and all.